I do not own the Ragna Crimson anime or manga. This video is meant for entertainment purposes only. Please go support the official release. This anime, Ragna Crimson, is gas. And the MC may just be the most justified racist ever. Now I know how that sounds, that's crazy to say, but hear me out right quick. So we kick off our story with our MC getting his ass kicked. So already this nigga is trash. While he's shook from this ass beating he just received, here enters a new combatant who saves his life by one-shotting this lizard creature. Already I'm embarrassed for you. Because how you let this 4'11 powered up Sakura not only save your life, but foderize the creature that was on your ass.
Oh my god, bro.
Now, a little after this embarrassment, we begin to be introduced into the rules of this world, how things function. Starting with establishing the budget lizard wannabe earlier. Yeah, that thing was actually a dragon. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this ain't the dragons I know. Don't even got no wings. Bootleg dinosaurs at best. Shinron could never be in the same category as these frauds. These lizards only have two known weaknesses. One, Silverine, which is an aura that emits from silver weapons. Which, I mean...
Really, nigga?
You telling me these so-called dragons freeze over and die from silver? These just some fraudulent werewolves for real. That's only the first weakness, and already their threat levels have diminished. They're not a threat, they're trash. You telling me this silver is cooking you and you supposed to be a big mighty dragon? Come on, dog. Sit down. No better than a mutt. But somehow, their second weakness manages to be even worse. Sunlight burns them to death. Now they got the classic vampire weakness too. Out here looking like Demon Slayer demons. They got a weakness to both freezing and burning. Pick a struggle, bruh. You can't. Why you picking both? You supposed to be a dragon at the end of the day. After this, we're introduced to Leo, who's a child prodigy that's already claimed the #1 spot of dragon hunters. So we fast forward a little bit, and you know we gotta have that one background character. We all know this character archetype, the hater. He's just there to power scale the main characters for real, to get embarrassed. Immediately when we see this dude, his first act is to hate on Ragna. But Ragna and Leo have no clue who he is. He's a loser, a nobody. So he introduces himself as a second-ranked dragon hunter, whose name I still don't know. And let's be real, I'll never know his name. Even after introducing himself, Ragna and Leo are still clueless on who he is. That second rank don't mean nothing to them at all. I mean, just look at their faces. Utterly dumbfounded, befuddled even. So here comes background characters 1B and 1C. Out here meat riding their leader to boost his self-esteem. Now here he go. Talking about, hey curse boy, you need to stop dragging the prodigy down. You're not even good enough to carry her bags. Like, come on, dog. You meat right now. Now you just hopping on it. Come on, man. You can do better than this in the big 25. So after saying all this, you just know he's finna get disrespected. Immediately he gets bitched by Leo so fast we didn't even see it. How you get the Blackbeard treatment in the middle of being on screen? You got the off-screen treatment. Are you serious? Jump forward again. And we see Ragna training because he feels like Sakura. I mean, useless. When out of nowhere, a random ghost nigga pops up. He old as shit. And he gets straight to it, straight to hating, no hesitation. This is actually masterful. Might need to be studied. Take these down, take these notes down. In the middle of his training arc, he straight told him he will never be good enough. Off jump. He didn't even wait. He knew what he was training for. He knew that Ragna was trying to be good. He's trying to get good enough to protect Leo. He didn't even wait. He ain't beat around the bush. Got straight to the main point. Take that down. That hit the soul. You start off hitting the soul right there. Then he said, he'll lose Leo and send our boy into a damn genjutsu. I'm so serious too. Ragna ain't got no Sharingan active, no defenses. He's defenseless. Look at him. In the genjutsu, he shows him a town getting the Fire Lord Ozai treatment. Nigga over here like, what the fuck? Who roofied me? Cause he sees Leo, then push him out the way and die in the process. He starts tweaking after having to watch as he lost everything. Now that I think about it, this is real similar to another Crash Out who got put in a similar genjutsu where he had to watch himself lose everything. Who could that be? After this, we find out mysteriously all the dragon attacks in the area have stopped. Awfully suspicious timing in my opinion, but okay. The same night, Ragna wakes up from a dream about the vision he had. And I'm talking about he just had a fever dream. He's gone. At this point, he admits it don't feel like a dream no more. So he starts training again. Just wake up, got straight to it. But he can't get what the old man said out his head. Cut to this NPC meeting, and we figure out that a big city called Dona Piero is being attacked, even though it hadn't been attacked in forever. Keep this little bit of information in the back of your mind for later, because now we get to Ragna's backstory and why he's known as cursed. Apparently, his birth parents were devoured by dragons when he was 3. Already your luck is ass, buddy. You got spawn camp, basically. So some relatives took him in, and they were also murdered by dragons. Interesting coincidence, right? Little coinky dink. Then when he was bought by a wealthy man, dragons burnt down the entire estate. It sounds like though these dragons might be your number one haters. D1 levels of instigation, reverse flash reminiscent activity. So now people looking at Ragna like he is the problem. Because he survived every encounter, he must be bringing the dragons here. While he's getting beat on by our 3 background characters, I knew there was a reason I didn't like them. Look at them, they goofy looking. She basically tells him, nigga, stop bitching. It's not your fault they died. It's because they was too weak to survive. Don't even worry about it because I'm strong enough that I'll never die. And if your curse attracts dragons, that could be great for hunting, especially if you always survive. We go back to current day and Ragna's over here shaking in his boots, terrified, pussyfoot. You can see the real nigga leave his spirit at this moment. He tells Leo they have to run so she doesn't die. But Leo ain't never been no bitch. Mama ain't raised no pussy. Come on now. So she's like, chill. I'm too strong to die, remember? Then she leaps straight into action, no questions asked, ready for any and all smoke. Now we get to see what's causing all the commotion. And it's an army of dragons. I call them lizards, but okay, I guess they're dragons. And they straight violating these defenseless soldiers. Like, it's terrible. These bullets not doing nothing to them. Now that I think about it, these soldiers got better aim than the stormtroopers, though. They hitting every shot, it just ain't doing nothing. All that work just to get decimated. These dragons look like Fallout 4 Deathclaws out here, just straight ravaging people. Straight ripping people in half, all that. While they struggling, they see a man drenched in blood walk out the fire. Come on now, already my senses is going off. My black senses is tingling. He walked out the fire so elegantly, come on, bro. Now, boys and girls, if you're in this situation, you see a man walk out fire this elegantly, with no effort, no signs of damage, and none of the dragons want to mess with him, you shouldn't even need a Sharingan to sense the obvious danger. I'm trying to tell you, your senses should be screaming at you. Clearly, this nigga is a monster. So would you, A, approach and offer help, B, shoot him, C, threaten him, or D, none of the above? Congratulations if you chose the answer D. You might just survive. Let's see what the soldiers pick.
You're covered in blood!
Blood is blades.
And they tried to help him and got ripped apart. Of course they did. So after seeing what happened to the soldiers, Ragna still stayed 10 toes. He launched a sneak attack from behind, killing the unknown threat.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world.
Psych! Come on now, he got folded back savage. Treated like a pimp's gardening tool. Like a fly getting swatted. Can we acknowledge both how hard this nigga Ragna had to swing though? And how strong this dragon's skull gotta be for Ragna's silver sword to shatter on impact with his head? Of course, after this, Leo decides it's time to scrap and starts talking crazy. I'm talking absolute heresy. While she battles this dragon, our boy's drowning because real niggas can't swim apparently. While sinking in the water, he starts to remember the future, I guess? First, he remembers his goal to hunt every single dragon to extinction without exception. There's the racism right there. Good, evil, this nigga does not care. All the same to him. Next, he remembers becoming the realest in the lands. I'm talking maxing out on potential. Yet he still has to watch all his comrades die. Over and over with him being the only survivor. He just keeps losing everyone around him. Yet like a damn shonen protagonist, he keeps fighting. On his Naruto never give up shit. Then old nigga Ragna starts going off on present Ragna for leeching off of Leo all this time. It gets so bad he realizes maybe he kept fighting because he just wanted to die.
Wait a minute.
Starting to sound like an overpowered Viking out here. He wanna die, but he gotta die fighting at full strength to make it to Valhalla. He starts to truly consider him never dying as a curse. Future Ragna begins to say how having the power was useless because he gained it way too late to save anybody. It was useless, he couldn't do nothing with it but protect himself. So Al Ragna straight says, stop bitching and give me the power then. Let me use it, cause it's not too late right now. Future Ragna agrees and says, I was already gonna do that anyway. Stabs him straight through the chest like these, backstab his own mans. I guess, his own, whatever. We cut back to Leo, and I'm not gonna lie. She getting cooked, y'all.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
She asks if this guy happens to be the dragon god or something. Like, he beating you that bad, got me thinking he a god? Come on, dog. And automatically, he took that as blasphemy. He said, sacrilege.
You dare compare trash such as I to the magnificent dragon god?
From this point on, it gets hard to watch. He start crashing out. Before we can go any further, we gotta talk about what this nigga is wearing, bro. Like, how this nigga gonna have the sharpest suit on, then top it off with this freaked out Diddy ass muffle on his face. And these hockey ass shoulder pads, like, bro look like he was the main attraction at a Diddy party. And is it just me? Or does this nigga remind anyone else of Toffee from Star vs. the Forces of Evil? Now, before Toffee crushes Leo, he tells her that he is the lowest of superior dragons. The lowest? What can their god do if the lowest can do this? The lowest of superior dragons. Now he tells us why they are destroying the city in the first place. Remember what I told y'all to keep it in the back of your mind earlier? How the town hadn't been attacked in so long? This is why. All because their god was a fan of a sweet shop. She was keeping the town safe. But because the shop got robbed and went out of business, she decided, fuck it, lay waste to the entire kingdom. On a whim. If that ain't the most petty overreaction I've ever heard, I'm not sure what is. Then this dragon nigga senses an overwhelming presence. Because dragons are just spontaneously freezing. And then we see the cause of all the commotion. And a real nigga has been born. One with an unquenchable hatred. Our boy Ragna calmly walks down an entire army of dragons. 3 charge at him at once. And I kid you not, he kills them with a single touch. So with all this power flowing through him, he decides it's time to ore farm. Now he flash steps in front of Toffee, striking the literal fear of God into his heart. This boy looked like Muzan when he seen Tanjiro's earrings. Immediately he jumps back and releases his full power, because he refuses to allow himself to fear a mere human, a mere ningen. If he was that strong before he transformed, imagine how terrifyingly strong he'll be now. Grab some popcorn, folks, and kick back in your chairs, because it's about to be a great fight. Get ready for this. And he's dead. The flick was so unnecessary. And that's the story of how the most justified racist was born. If y'all want me to cover more of this series, make sure to like the video and leave a comment so I can get some of that interaction going. Tell me what y'all think I can improve on. You know, give me some tips. I'll be looking down there for any critiques y'all have. And I'll make sure to keep improving my videos as we go along. Now, have a great one. Peace out, everybody.